Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new podcast. This time it is the 31st edition of the Mr. Informal Podcast. We got four topics for today. I hope you are having a great weekend. My weekend was, it's okay. Nothing really special. Just kind of organized the place. Do some blogging and also doing some collection review. So check that out in my channel. That's Mr. Informal in YouTube and also MrInformal.com. So these are the four topics for today. So high-end brands are saying no to size 0 models. Wonder why? Number 2, the trend of oversized tote bags. I don't even know why this is a trend, but apparently it's becoming a big thing. Number 3, the cost of exclusivity. That's going to be interesting. I really wanted to make it its own topic, but I think most of you probably will know what I'm talking about here. Number 4, the last and final topic is Elon Musk has presented on Instagram the new SpaceX space suit. It is interesting and also quite futuristic. And so let's get on with the Mr. Informal Podcast 31. So one of the biggest news that happened in New York Fashion Week, it just passed by. It was actually this week. And one of the spokesperson of LVMH, who owns Louis Vuitton, Marc Jacobs, Givenchy, Saint Laurent, Gucci, and Fendi, a lot of brands. Basically, the spokesperson of the brand said, "We hope to inspire the entire industry to follow suit, thus making a real difference in the working condition of fashion models industry-wide." Now, with the acceptance of oversized models, thick models, fit models, however you want to explain these models. You can even call them fat models. I mean, when I look at these clothing, I don't really look at the body. I look at the clothing. I mean, isn't that what a model is there for? To wear the clothes, because the clothing is what it's all about. Now, there are those women, and it's just natural, that just look at another woman's body and they think it's not the reality, that is not the norm, and that is not healthy. Now, I would say I disagree to that, because everybody has different body shapes and sizes. Just because you're overweight doesn't mean the next woman or the next male is also overweight, or they're not fit, or they're just correct in their correct weight. No, some people or many people are grown to be skinny, grown to be fit, grown to be thick, grown to be fat, or grown to be obese. But in the end, it's up to the person whether they want to have that type of body. Now, if the industry is saying that we're going to say no to size 0, okay, what's going to happen if the clothes are not looking great to to these size 5, 4, 6 and so on? Now, I know what they're saying, size 0. Okay, are you going to sign a size 1, a size 2? Size 1 and size 2 would be petite. I mean, I can go on and on about this. But the fact is that when it comes to modeling, to me, it's all about the clothes. Why are you looking at a woman's body? Is it your own insecurity? Is it because you're not confident with your body? Is it because the media, the marketing, the brands is telling you that, hey, we prefer this body and so should you? No, it's up to the person's point of view whether they could accept that or not. Not only that, you could always ignore it. Now, are you telling me that, well, what about the kids? Okay, it's this fashion thing has been going on for the last 50, 60 years, and somehow kids are not being affected by it. Now they question it, they go to their parents, they so and so, but again, are they affected that much to the point where it's suddenly becoming a problem that everyone has become dyslexic, or they're becoming too skinny, bony, or whatever you want to call it? I think not. To me, this is just an overreaction and trying to gain validation from a corporate brand, thinking they are doing thinking they are doing good things by saying no to size 0. Heck, think about it. These brands didn't even have to sign a size 0 models. They could have signed a size 1, a size 2. But the fact is that the clothes were made to be a size 0. It wasn't the model. Think about it. The clothes were already made before the model were picked. That's how the industry works. They have a mannequin. They shape the clothes from the body of the mannequin, and then they find a model who is exactly the same specs and measurement as the mannequin. And if it happens to be a size 0, then you can't blame the model, you blame the designer, the sewer, or the company. It's just an overreaction, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Not only that, people just now needs to be confident with their own body. Look, if you're fat, then go lose weight, go train or something. Go exercise. Exercise has always been good for your body, has always been good for your health. Especially, it's been good for your knees, especially when you're overweight. Your knees can't carry that much load, especially weight. It's just an overreaction, and I think this is just a ridiculous thing to announce. Again, these clothes is what these brands are marketing, not the model. And so we are on the second topic. Now, Adidas just recently presented a new item, basically an oversized tote bag that is available now in Urban Outfitters for $46. But in any case, these tote bags are popping up everywhere. Zara already has one. I mean, a lot of the big brands, luxury brands already have them. Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Gucci, Chanel, Fendi, Yves Saint Laurent, or Saint Laurent, whatever you want to call it. Even Forever 21, they're all over the place. Now I'm not sure why you need an oversized tote bag. I wonder why you need to carry that much every day. But I do see one use of it, which is if you're going on a trip, going on a weekend, or going somewhere to picnic, then yeah, I can understand it, to haul a lot of items. But why do you need an oversized tote bag to carry your everyday items, whether it be going to work, whether it be going to an event, whether it be going to a friend's party, or whether it be just going on a night of town? Now, if you're hauling stuff, again, if you're hauling stuff, books and all this, yeah, I can understand it for school. Or you could use it for the gym, to carry your shoes, your sweatpants, your jogging pants, your tops, whatever you want to call it. Then yeah, I understand that. But these oversized tote bags are not necessarily needed. Now, I know it's going to be a hot thing maybe this month or early next year. But as usual with fashion trends, they come and go. But this is just one of those trends that I find useless, because I'm thinking, what is it for? What does a person gain by having an oversized tote bag other than using it to haul stuff? Not only that, the worst part of it is the luxury brands are taking advantage of it and raising up the price as usual. But you can't really blame them for that, because it's business. Now, I'm hopefully that the consumers are not going to buy onto this trend. But again, I will not be surprised. For me, I do have a tote bag made by Filson, but I use it strictly for grocery shopping. I've had this tote bag since 2011 or 12. So it's been 5 years since I've had this tote bag, and with Filson stuff, they're good stuff. Not only that, I also have another tote bag, but I use it for traveling, because I can fold it and lay it flat in my bag, and then if I overpack, At least I can use it to carry more stuff. But that's how I use it. But for everyday, even for women who carry a lot of stuff, an oversized tote bag is not needed because this is big. Not only that, $46. You can just save up your money. Heck, if it's $500, $600, you don't really need it. And so we're moving on to the third topic. Third topic, the cost of exclusivity. These ranges from street hype to the street brands, to the low, to the highs, to the cheap, to the luxurious. I'll give you an example. Hermes, you gotta sign up to their sign-in sheet just to even get the Birkin bag. And then you also have brands such as Supreme, you gotta line up just to get their shit. Same thing with the Louis Vuitton Supreme collaboration, any type of collaboration. You gotta wait in line, and then you gotta get these, and then you got the resellers reselling them online, whether it be eBay, Grail.com, and so on and so on. My question is the cost of exclusivity worth it? Whether it be waiting in line, dropping hundreds, thousands of dollars for these just to have it? Is it to make you happy? Is it for validation in Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook? Is it to resell? Is it because that you have it, your friends is jealous of you, or whether it be somebody across the globe is jealous of you because you had it? Now, let's take it on to these luxury brands such as the Hermes. Is having a Birkin bag make you happy? You know what? I shouldn't say that. Let me change the question. Will having a Birkin bag make you content in life because you have a Hermes Birkin bag? My answer to that is no. If you are waiting in line or even doing a sign-up sheet and it takes you 3 months or more just to get the item, or waiting in line or waiting 2 days just to get the item, it is not worth it. Losing a day of your life, whether it be 2 days just waiting in line, that is absolutely not worth it. And I'm sure people will disagree with me, especially the resellers, the hustlers, who's gonna sell it off later on. If that's your prerogative, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to make that money. But in life itself, whether in general life, it is not worth it. Think about it. If you have a bag already, why are you gonna wait in line just to get another bag? What for? Now, again, if you are buying this just to have a personal collection, okay, that I understand because it's a hobby. Now, if you're buying it just to receive validation from social media, from your friends, from somebody across the globe, I find that ridiculous. I find that unacceptable. And to those people who do that are just insecure. Because that type of mentality should not be accepted. Even though you waited in line for 2 hours or 2 days, heck, even having a Birkin bag. Because in the end, what does that tell you as a person, knowing that for you to have something like this will make you happy? Will it? I don't know. But see it in the next 10, 20, 30 years from now. Ask yourself, will having this item make me happy or make me content with life? That's something that you have to ask yourself. Now, a lot of these brands are always making limited production, limited editions. And I always wonder myself, okay, if you're going to make a limited edition, you make it something different. But just by changing the color, that's what they call it. Hey, it's a limited edition just by changing the color. Find that lazy. I find that uninspired. But again, if you accept that, then you're basically proving these brands' point. If I can make something that I can just change the color and make money out of it, I'll do it. And that's what a lot of brands are doing. And I blame the consumers for even accepting these type of shit. But I mean, there's a trillion people in the world. Somebody will buy it, so it's a double-edged sword. But you as a consumer always have to think to yourself, will the cost of exclusivity or having a limited edition item 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, will that make me happy owning it? And if it does, then buy it. But if you don't see it, save your money and go travel around the world. Traveling is something that cannot be exchanged, cannot be replaced, and it is an experience that will always be remembered. And so we're on to the last topic, and this last topic is something quite unique, something exciting in the face of the human earth, and I'm excited for it. So on September 8th, that was a Friday, Elon Musk on his Instagram presented the SpaceX spacesuit for astronauts. All I can say is it looks like a clothing or a suit for bikers, sports bikes, something you see a sports bike wearing it. You got the helmet, you got the suit, the whole boots too. But you know what? I like it. It's simple. Not only that, it is futuristic. The funny thing is, Daft Punk would probably wear this and you wouldn't even notice that it is a space suit. To me, the old spacesuit made by NASA is bulky, it's outdated. You need something new. It's just so happened that either Elon Musk has the drive, has the inspiration, has the motivation to continue space exploration and create something that is futuristic, that is modern, that is sleek, and that was made for the human body. And if you haven't seen it, just check it out. Just type in SpaceX space suit. And I mean, it's quite simple. What can I say? It's the helmet is there, or that's the helmet. It's like wearing a pullover jacket, long sleeve with gloves, and then you got a puff pants with boots. That's all it is. It looks like a 5-piece clothing. You got the boots, you got the gloves, you got the pants, the jacket, and the helmet. That's it. And I'm not sure what it's made of. Now all I can say is that one thing is for sure, it's going to be airtight, or basically air cannot come out or get in. I'm sorry, air will come out, but no air can come in. It should be airtight because of space, and it's also something that will be used for explore Mars. So I'm excited for it, and this is a new and exciting things in life to look for, especially in the future, because I would have never imagined, maybe in my lifetime, hopefully we get to land on Mars. I mean, we get to see inspiration in fashion and also in technology for Mars being the red planet. I mean, the ancient civilization have already been inspired by the red planet, which is Mars. They also have a god, which is Mars also, and it's great to have something like this. I cannot believe it took Elon Musk to do this. NASA should have done this a long time ago. But Elon Musk, I gotta give it to him. This guy is inspiring. This guy is just driven. I mean, he's done some bad things, on the other side of the table, but at the same time, you gotta give it up to him because he is driven. And so that basically it for the fourth topic. And also at the same time, that is it for the Mr. Informal Podcast 31. I hope you enjoy this podcast and you learn some things, and You also get some insights in this podcast, and I will see you in the next Mr. Informal Podcast. Bye-bye.